My roommate's boyfriend planned a surprise proposal against her wishes. I kept quiet and now our friendship is strained. How do I fix this? I don't want to be friends with anybody that's going to blame me for their relationship going wrong. My boyfriend did something that I didn't like, and because you should have told me about it, I'm mad at you. Bitch, I feel like you need to communicate with your boyfriend a little bit more. So I, 27 female, and my friend / roommate, Nicole, 27 female, have known each other since university. Nicole has been dating her boyfriend, Brandon, 31 male, for roughly a year. Brandon, that's a little soon, homie. Brandon. Honestly, none of us are fond of Brandon. But he was Nicole's rebound from a long-term relationship. We all just kind of assumed that he wouldn't be around long enough to make us think about it. Damn. To my surprise, a couple of weeks ago, Brandon messaged me asking me to help him plan a surprise proposal for Nicole for their 1-year anniversary. I pretty much knew for a fact they hadn't discussed getting engaged beforehand because Nicole on multiple occasions mentioned that her relationship was not that serious. And not even 2 weeks ago, she said they would probably break up before she moves to work on her master's next year. Nicole is a shit person. Nicole is a shit person. If you have intentions of breaking up with your partner and you don't do it when you first decide that you want to break up with them, you are a terrible person. Because what are you leading this person on for? You're doing this because you know it's going to hurt them and you want to see it. You want it to happen because why didn't you just fucking tell them? You guys are shit people. I'll probably break up with him in 6 months. Bitch, do it now. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? If you don't like him enough right now to know that in 6 months you don't want to be around him, you need to leave this person because you are 100% just doing this for your own personal satisfaction. And that's horrible. Like, that's horrible. Okay, sorry. I just had to let that be known because that's not okay. Anyways, for context, here's how my conversation with her boyfriend went. Brandon, he asked me to help him plan a surprise proposal. I told him, that's exciting, and does Nicole know that you're planning this? He said no, and she isn't going to. I want it to actually be a surprise. Please keep this between us. I told him, if that's the case, I wish you luck, but I won't be helping. I really don't think she'll want to be blindsided with a public proposal. I don't want a public proposal. I know. His response, well, you can either help or I'll be doing a Jumbotron proposal at our city's professional hockey team's game. Your choice. By the last message, I assumed he was trying to manipulate me and I stopped replying. Excuse me. I really didn't think he'd be stupid enough to propose at a hockey game because Nicole hates hockey. I didn't want to meddle, so I just kept quiet about it. To my horror, a couple of days ago, Nicole messaged a group chat with us and a couple of friends. She tells us that she's going to dump Brandon. When someone asked why, she said, he told me to dress up for a special night that he planned for our anniversary, and he brought me to a fucking hockey game. I wish Mark fucking would. I wish he... Bitch, you made me wear my good shoes to a hockey game? I'm going to complain the whole time we're here. I'm going to complain to the point that the people around us are going to look at you and tell you to take me home. They not going to even say nothing to me. They not going to say shit. I'm going to sit here and complain to the point that strangers are going to be like, bro, she don't want to be here. Take her home. Take her home because it's fucking cold in here. All they serve is beer. I don't want no fucking beer. My titties are out and you got me sitting in a fucking hockey rink. I look too good to be sitting here. It's stinking here too. This fucking seat hurt my butt. I don't like this. I don't like this. I would complain the whole time. The whole time. I really don't. What is that on the floor? Like, I would find, right? I'm cheering for the opposite team. Like, I'm wishing all the bad vibes on all the players that you rooting for. Everybody around me is gonna be so disturbed. They're gonna be mad at you for bringing me here. No one's gonna be even be mad at me because they're gonna see the way that I'm dressed and understand while I'm mad. Like, that's so funny. But honestly, Nicole and Brandon, neither of them need to be together. He clearly don't know anything about this girl. He clearly does not know anything about her because friends said that she literally hates hockey. He don't know anything about this girl. The girl, Nicole, don't care anything about Brandon. Like, he's a rebound. She didn't want to be lonely and by herself when she ended her long-term relationship, so she found a placeholder. Neither of them need to be together. And honestly, I get why he would do something fucking selfish. Bitch, you don't like me. You don't like me. I don't really like you that much either, but since we here, we might as well get married. Brandon, 31 years old, he feel like he running out of time. He feel like he running out of time, so he was like, I know she don't like me, but I feel like girls like diamonds, right? Girls like diamonds. Like, I'll get her a diamond, and she'll at least like me enough to take the diamond. Honestly, I wish they would have got married. So they could have been fucking miserable together. Anywho, I realized that I screwed up by not telling her about the game beforehand. I called her frantically and I texted her to get the hell out of there if she doesn't want to be proposed to on the Jumbotron. Thankfully, she saw my text before it happened and left the game before he could propose. They got in a big fight afterwards and broke up before Nicole got home that evening. She's furious now and has been acting really off with me. She's pissed that I didn't tell her about him wanting to propose. You motherfuckers need to, Your relationship is none of my fucking business. When you expressed that you didn't like it, then it became time for me to say something to you. That's your fucking boyfriend. It's not my fault. It is not my fault. Your boyfriend don't give a fuck about you. So don't be mad and blame your issues on me. I literally told you before it happened. You should have told me before it happened. Bitch, I did. I should have let you sit there and get proposed to and be embarrassed. I did. Like, people never take accountability of, excuse me, for their own relationship issues. Like, ever. Ever. Something goes wrong in my relationship, and if you know anything about it, I'm gonna blame you because you should have told me. No. Like, why would you want your friend to be that involved in your relationship? Then you bitches want to cry when you come home from work and your husband and your friend is in the bed together. You wanted her to be involved. You didn't draw a line of where the involvement stopped. You're bad. And then the moment somebody tell you something about your relationship, you need to mind your business. This is my relationship. You bitches don't know what the fuck you want. Y'all don't know what you want. Y'all have no idea what you want. You should have told me he was going to propose to me, even though you told me before he was going to propose to me. You should have told me. You should have been so active in my relationship that when you found out that he was going to propose to me, it was your job to say something to me about it. No. This girl sounds fucking exhausting. I could not be friends with her. I couldn't. She sounds exhausting. I don't want to be friends with anybody that's going to lead somebody on. I don't want to be friends with anyone that's going to lead somebody on. I don't want to be, if any of my friends find out that my boyfriend's going to propose to me, don't fucking say shit. Respect the fact that you were one of the special few to be told before it happened. Don't fucking say shit. Tell him if it's something that you know for a fact that I don't like. If he don't do it, your job is done. Then that's it. That's it. That's as far as your involvement goes. That is as far as your involvement goes. Everything that happens after that is not your fault. That's on him. Like, people be wanting others to be too involved in situations that don't have nothing to do with him. He came to me and I told him I wasn't going to help him. Nah. Honestly, I don't know what to do here. I feel like I was just put in a shitty situation and Nicole is acting like I'm the reason all of this happened. Is there any way to at least kind of mend the relationship and get back to normal? We're supposed to live together as roommates for several more months, so I would really like to move past this. No. Like I said, this girl is a terrible person. She's upset that she did not get to end the relationship when she wanted to. That's why she's mad. She was going to break up with this man. If he would have taken her on a long walk on the beach and spelled out, "Will you marry me?" with fucking rose petals, and had her favorite musician come out, and sing to her, she still would have fucking said no. She was literally talking about breaking up with this man. She didn't want to fucking be with this man. She's only complaining because she didn't get to do it when she wanted to. Some type of benefit that she's getting from him has now been cut off. Some type of benefit has now been cut off, and she's upset about it, and she's got to blame somebody. She's got to blame someone. Like, that's, yeah, I'm heartbroken. Nobody RSVP'd for my son's birthday party. My son just turned 10 and he wanted to have a cool birthday party. We normally would just invite family, but we moved across the country about a year ago, so that's no longer an option. We're now in a bigger city and we have lots of options for venues, which is great. I booked this place with trampolines, zip lining, rock climbing, games, and I think bumper cars. Okay, so can I come? Would that make you uncomfortable if me and my friends came to home? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Because I'm not climbing nobody rocks. I'm not zip lining, but I will beat somebody up in a bumper car. Can I come? We don't know that many people here yet. We invited all of the kids from his class. It could easily cost us $600 to $1,000. I paid a 10% deposit for $600 and I'll likely lose it. It's a lot and there's no way that I would do that every year, but I wanted this one to be special. I had him pass out invitations in class last week for the party this coming weekend, almost 2 weeks in advance. Not one parent from his class RSVP'd. I had one person text me to say they couldn't go and that was it. So it looks like it'll just be us and his one close friend. I hope that one friend's mom doesn't cancel too. I have my own issues making friends, and seeing this happen to him is heartbreaking. I've had this happen to me as a young adult and a child. How embarrassing to know that no one cared enough to come to his awesome birthday party. Parents, please make an effort to show up at least to some birthday parties. It means a lot to the other kids. My thing is, where y'all at? Because this was posted 2 hours ago. Baby, half the US of A is under snow. It's cold. It's cold. I am that parent where I'm not going nowhere if the weather ain't gonna be nice. The weather is supposed to drop around that time, y'all. We not going. So, like, I understand being sad, but it's a possibility that it's really in a situation where, like, the weather's not permitting this. Just because we're going to be indoors doesn't mean the drive there or the trip there is going to be safe. Not saying that is what happened for sure, because it could be a possibility where people just didn't respond. It could be a situation where the baby's got special needs and everyone in the classroom has an issue with that, because, we've heard that before. It could be a whole lot of things, but, it's January, and I know that it's, this is the time of the year where, like, the weather's bad just about everywhere, so it could be I don't know, because like I said, me as a parent, it's cold, it's rainy, mom doesn't drive in the rain and your dad has to work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know 2 weeks out and no one responded. I know that. Like I said, weather. How far y'all weather go up? Our weather go out 10 days. I check the weather for shit like that. I do. I don't know about y'all. I do. I watch the weather like it's my favorite TV show. Because it's cold. And I don't like the cold. I don't like extreme heat. So I need to know where I'm going for the next week. And if it looks like it's going to be cold, nowhere is the answer. But like, I also know that a lot of people do not RSVP. They just show up. So it is still a possibility that kids might come, but it does suck having to wait until the absolute last minute to know if people are coming. So yeah, You know, like it sucks. It really does. But honestly, Pookie, where you at? Because me and my friends trying to come. And in her comment, wait a minute. I checked the comment. She said, bumper cars, tubes, all kind of shit. Plus, I'm buying pizza and I'm going to make him his favorite triple chocolate cake. I'm a big back. She's got pizza and cake. I'm trying to go. You have to book the party a while out. So she had to do it within. You're right. Because I wanted to do a birthday party at a trampoline place. And it was like I had to do it like, I want to say like a month or so beforehand. But it's like, I don't know who all is coming right now. Like, I'm not about to pay for 20 kids to come and 7 show up. Give my money back. I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to see if I can get a piece of cake. Real shit. I just want a piece of cake. I'm trying to go. I don't even know. But, you know, for safety reasons, she didn't tell us where she was at. But, baby, I'm trying to go. If you don't mind me and all my grown-ass friends coming to jump trampolines, zip lining, rock climbing, the games is all I need to know. Because I'm not jumping on shit because I got bad feet. I'm not zip lining because I'm scared of heights. I'm too tall to be off the ground, okay? I don't want to do rock climbing because who's going to catch me when I fall? Nobody. So I'm trying to go play the arcade games. My boyfriend is a nerd. We will kick your son's ass in all of these games and then give him the tickets before we leave. Just know, if you ever invite me to one of your kids' birthday parties and they're doing like arcade games and shit, I'm going to completely obliterate your kids in these games. Destroy it. Have them crying. But before I leave, I'm going to give them the tickets. Like, here, crybaby, here. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I don't care that you're 7. I don't care. You shouldn't have came over here to play this game with me. You shouldn't have came over here to play with me if you knew you could possibly lose. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm not that adult that believes, oh, well, he's 5. No, you lost, homie. You want to try again? Okay, keep trying. That's how we're going to learn to win. For refusing to be adopted to present this nicely packaged story to my young step-siblings when they're older. My dad got married to Eve last year. Eve has 2 kids. Her son is 4 now, and her daughter is 2. There's a lot of deep stuff in Eve's background and in the kids with their paternal side of the family, but they really had no one other than Eve until my dad and Eve met. Once they got married and my dad adopted them, then my dad's relatives didn't want the kids to be treated the same as the rest of the grandkids. Why? And they told my dad they would never mean as much to them as the rest of the bio family did. What? He told them to get lost and he cut ties with them. When all 3 sides, Dad's, Eve's, and the kids' paternal side, were basically not in the picture, Dad asked my mom's family. At first, I was starting to feel bad, but if my family, your family, and the kids' family refuse to accept them, something's going on. Something's, because I know there's a lot of shit people in this world, but if my family, your family, and the kids' dad's family refuse to accept and acknowledge these kids, I'm truly feeling like this is coming from, like, the parents. Like, the dad and Eve are rotten as shit. You know, like, they are rotten as shit. Because, what? You know, like, what? Hold on, my neck is itching. My neck is itching. Okay. A fog advisory. My mom passed away when I was 2 years old. What do you mean this story don't make sense to y'all? How are y'all not listening to the story? OP's dad got married last year to a woman named Eve. Eve got 2 kids. She got a daughter that's 4 and a son that's 2. Okay? When they got together, the dad's paternal side of the family didn't want nothing to do with the kids. Okay? OP's dad and Eve did the kids. Okay? All right? Afterwards, the OP's dad's family told them they wanted nothing to do with the kids. Okay? Eve's family told them they want nothing to do with the kids. Okay? Now that they are married and all three sides, Dad's, Eve's, and their paternal father's family wants nothing to do with them, the father has now gone to ask his biological child's mother's family to take in these kids. I don't understand how y'all not following along. Like I said, I feel like if all three sides of these people don't like the kids, it's got to have something to do with OP's dad as well as Eve. Like, it's not anything that the kids did specifically. The parents are the issue here, and that's why nobody's accepting these kids. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with my kids. That goes both ways, whether you're getting what you want or you're not. That goes both ways. Everybody want to be mad when you don't give me something that I want. If you don't fuck with me, you can't fuck with my kids. Okay. So when you have kids and you want me to do what you want, I don't fuck with you. So I do not fuck with your kids. That's it and that's all. Like, and no, it's not trash. It's not trash, because if you and I don't get along, why would you want your children to be around someone that you don't like? If I don't trust you, I don't fuck with you, we're not friends, we're not cool, why would I allow you to have a relationship with my children? You don't have a relationship with me. Ooh, I like that one. You don't have a relationship with me. Why would I allow you to have a relationship with the most important parts of me? No, that makes no sense. Like, y'all, everybody wants to be devil's advocate. Everybody wants to be a great person. Everybody wants to have a bleeding heart, but y'all fucking lack logic, common sense. Like, what? You just want to say that it's bad because all the kids always got to be a victim. They're kids, though. They're kids, so we just can't treat the kids like that. I fucking can. I don't have a relationship with these kids. I didn't say or do anything with these kids to purposely hurt them. I did nothing to purposely hurt them. These kids are not getting ripped away from a family that they've never met. Like, these kids aren't hurt because that was perfect. Haley, that was perfect timing, girl. These kids aren't hurt because three families that they don't know don't consider them family. Everybody want to talk about, oh, well, the kids don't deserve, these kids they can't miss what they ain't never fucking had. If they've always been around their mother and now their adoptive father and nobody else wants to reach out to them, it is not no one else's fault. It is the fault of the parent. Why do they not want anything to do with your children? These babies are 4 and 2. Why? If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with your kids. That's just the way it is. Haley, I like it, girl. I like it. Yeah. Molly, y'all ain't gonna tell me my lips was getting white. Y'all just gonna let me sit here with dry, ashy lips? Y'all gonna let me sit here with ashy lips? And I 100% feel that, because when someone is upset, if you want me to do something for you and I'm not doing something for you, they're quick to, oh, well, no, my kids can't come over to your kid's birthday party. No, they can't come to the sleepover because of A, B, and C. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with my kids. Okay, keep that same energy when you want something for me, for your kids. I don't fuck with you, so I don't fuck with your kids. Like I said earlier, y'all hoes don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all just want to be the victims. You want to cry about something. About something. You got to make yourself the victim. Nope. Ain't no such thing. I'm not letting everybody can't be the victim. Everybody can't be the victim. Somebody's got to be wrong if there's a victim. Someone's got to be wrong. Okay. Okay. My dad asked my mom's family, my mom passed away when I was 2, if they would embrace my step-siblings as family and treat them the way they would treat me, because they're now my siblings, and my family. He also said that I love them, so it was very important for me to see them being embraced by my family. My family actually reached out and asked me if what my dad said was true. I told them that it wasn't. I said I hardly even knew the kids, let alone love them. My family told my dad they would never see my step-siblings as their grandkids. I should also maybe make it clear that my dad and my maternal family did not remain close or like family after my mom passed away. I still saw my family, but my dad was never involved. He would go to his own family when I was with mine. I never liked my dad's family, so it was never a huge deal to me to not see them. And it's not a huge deal to not to have them around at all. They were always really annoying about how girly I am, and they could never believe that I would want to have a manly job when I graduated. Kids' family all that much bigger, and that they had been rejected even more. Dad decided that we would be the tightest little unit and we would all choose each other so they would know that they were chosen and loved despite all of the rejection. My dad decided for this to fully work, I needed to let Eve adopt me. I refused without hearing anything else, and I told him Eve will never adopt me, and I don't care how much of a nice story it paints for her kids, because I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not going to do that for them. He told me that they're little, and Eve said it would mean so much to them. Dad told me part of being a big sibling is putting the younger kids first. I told them the kids were never going to be my priority. I would never go out of my way for them like that. Dad offered a compromise then. My dad offered a compromise then of me writing and signing a contract stating I would always be their brother, and I was so lucky to choose two awesome siblings, which I also said no to. Then the adoption stuff was pushed even more. Eve tried to tell me that I would still be able to call her Eve most of the time, but just call her mom in front of her kids. That's fucking weird. This is why everybody's rejecting them. OP's not going into detail because he doesn't know the detail of the way that they try to push this shit on to the other families. This is why the kids were rejected, because it wasn't a simple, will you embrace my kids the way you embrace my biological kid? No. Like, they were laying that shit on thick until the family got tired of it and shut them down. This is Eve pushing this shit off on everybody, but OP wasn't around for the details for that. So yeah, hell no. Like I said, this has to be the parents doing something that's making people not want to be around these kids. Also, you reached out to your past wife. Your wife is already dearly departed. You reached out to her family that you have not had any type of contact or relationship with in the last 2 years to ask them to embrace your fucking stepchildren. You have done absolutely fucking nothing for, with, or to these people in the last 2 years. Will you embrace my children so that they can have a family? And then you, even though that's fucking weird on its own, you lie about how your son feels about these damn kids to his family as if they're not going to say anything. That's weird. That's weird. This is why the families continuously to turn them away, because these people are fucking weird. And 9 times out of 10, these are the kind of people that are going to ask you to embrace their family and then demand that everything that's ever been done to any of the grandchildren must now be done for them. Little Junior was 2 years old 25 years ago, and y'all took him to a certain place for his birthday. Well, my son is 2 years old now, and he deserves to go because you said you were going to treat them just like everybody else. No. These people are weird as fuck. No, hell no. My dad told me that I was being selfish for refusing to do this, and he reiterated that the kids should be our priority. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. And if you can move out, I would move out, because it's clear that your dad and Eve do not care about how you feel about the situation, and they're not going to stop trying to manipulate you and convince you and coerce you to do what they want you to do. Absolutely not the asshole. Not at all. Because his priority is because his dad's priority is their mother. Okay? OP is old enough to be a caregiver for these kids. You're their big brother. You agreed to be their big brother. So when you're a big brother, you have to take them and watch them and help your parents sometimes. You see how the manipulation is just going to get worse and worse and worse? So no. Terrible. Terrible. They don't care how OP feels about this at all. They do not, because never once have they asked him how he felt about it when he was open and honest about how he felt about it, told them how he felt about it. They told him that doesn't matter, and they're young, so you need to pay attention to them. How you feel about it doesn't fucking matter. Like, no. I think you should move out if and when you can, because this is gross. OP made a comment and says that the thing is, my dad has never gone so far for me. He couldn't even try to step up his game with me before trying to force this. It shows he either can't see or doesn't care how all of this looks to me. Like, that's terrible. I would leave if you can. Like, take your time, get the fuck out. Reach out to your maternal family. See how they feel about you coming to stay with them, because this is not a situation that you need to be in. This is terrible. You missed everything. You should have been here earlier. It's 2:00 already? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it's all about Eve. It's all about Eve and what she wants. It's always just been her and her kids. So, you know, now that she's married, she's got this fantasy in her head that my kids need to have a big family. And they're going to try to force it by any means necessary. So, yeah.